Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today we are on angel number 1515. What does 1515 mean? Interesting. It's got lots of stuff here. When you see this number, your guardian angels are very involved in showing you what you need to make a change. So in other words, it's time to change it up. It's not what your dreams are and all of that. Nope, it's like, hey, get your butt in gear and change. It's time for a change. You know it. You just haven't had the strength to do it, but it's something that you need to do. All right? This number is about showing you the difficulties in your life that need to change, and it starts with you. God, I love that. You know what I love about fives? I always say there's a lot of radical changes with fives. Whenever I see a five, I'm like, lots of change. Now, that could be a lot of good change. It doesn't mean it's going to be negative change. It does not mean that. But it is change all the same. So, your angels are with you to give you the strength to make the change. So sometimes when you're going back and forth and you know what you have to do, you just don't have the guts to do it, or you're finding the excuses not to do it, they're saying, don't hesitate. Help is here. We're helping you. It's kind of like there's a big fire and you're not the only one putting out the fire. You've got the whole fire crew coming and they're helping you. That's really a good analogy to how I see 1515. It's all about burning out the fire so you can have your peace. Your spiritual team is a big team. Let them in. Don't block them. People say, I never feel my team, but you're not making them feel welcome. It's kind of like, well, nobody ever wants to come to my house. Do you ever really make a formal announcement you're having a party and doing the work to invite people and make them feel wanted? You're not. It's kind of the same thing what you're doing with the angels. You're not inviting them to come through based on your thinking, how you're slowing it down or even closing it down. Okay? So they want to help. They're here to help. You have to ask for their help, but you have to really want to do the work with the help. That's the key, wanting to do the work with the help. All right, so take your thoughts and turn them into reality and your life's goals. So it's time to do the change. What you're doing is not effective. You're comfortable. Life is not made to be comfortable based on laziness or fear. Comfortable and peace come when you are doing exactly what you should be doing. Peace and comfortable, it's more, how can I say it? Being comfortable gives you a peace effortlessly. That's when you know you're doing what you're supposed to do. It's just that simple. Okay? A lot of times people go, well, how do I know? Well, when you don't have to sit there and do extra work, when you're doing something that's working so famously for you and your emotions. It's very interesting. Your partner, such as a spouse, needs to show support in what you want and do as far as your dreams. If not, rethink the relationship. Ooh, wow. So, when I got this number, I started to think about spouse and partnerships and encouragement. Many times we want to do things, but yet our spouse is very negative or doesn't believe in what we want to do. But yet you always had an inkling to want to do it. And you always knew down deep you can do this. But yet your partner, boom, slams it down. Or your parents, they want you to go to school and they want you to master, something in a doctor, and you want to be something else. Guess what? Do what you need to do. You are not here to make everybody happy. Happiness comes from the start of what you can do for you. Real happiness emerges out of you then when you are where you need to be and you are the best person. Then natural happiness comes through. That's why I said things at peace become effortless when you're doing what you really are supposed to do. But you have to take the chance. And your team, your spiritual team, is here to give you that. But you have to be willing to let them in. It is very important. Okay, when I say rethink the relationship, yeah, you might. Because if you are finally at your wit's end, and what happens when you stay with somebody that literally sucks the energy out of you, one of two things can happen. You stop getting motivated, or you become so broken inside that you become miserable and you start suffering from depression. that old saying, you have to save yourself before you can save anybody else. It's time. 1515 is that number. It's saying sink or swim. You have the choice. We're here to help you. You have to be more gutsy in what you want to do, because through that, everything will emerge. How do I know that? Because 1515 is what the angels are saying. Once you make the decision, it's going to happen. We're going to make you a success. Get rid of all the distractions, all the negatives that's weighing you down, and bring in what you really want to do, but the will. Once you have the will, I guarantee the angels will finish the rest and bring it all to you. Very, very important. Growing together, staying positive to achieve is the message. So you have to be in sync with your angels at all costs. If you're not, it will not work. It's like you're married and you're doing all the work, but your spouse doesn't want to do the work. Guess what? It's not going to be really fulfilling. The partnership doesn't do well. It's the same thing with our angel team. If you're not willing to do the work, they can't finish it to help us. It's got to be the yin and yang. Remember that, because this is what's going to make anything you want to succeed. The will, the faith, and the belief is everything. Okay? So, until next time, think about it. We'll do 1616 and so forth, okay? This is going to hit home to a lot of people, believe you me. Because of what's going on in this world, we're faced with a lot of soul searching, because we certainly have the time to think. Do something productive with you, so you can have your piece of happiness. Until then, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to Facebook, many more to come. All the best. Bye-bye.